Welcome back to the second part of our Laravel 12 tutorial series, which is made for absolute beginners. In the first part, we covered a lot of basics, starting from installation, understanding the folder structure, routes, views, and controllers. We also worked with database migrations and models, and even performed full CRUD operations where we are able to add, edit, delete, and list students with their name, email, class, and phone number. If you have not watched the first part yet, I recommend checking it out first so you don't miss any important steps. I will leave the link in the description. Now let's get started. In this part, we are going to explore some more interesting features of Laravel 12. We will take a look at blade templates and see how they help us build dynamic and reusable views. Along with that, we will also cover some other useful features that will make your development process even smoother. If you have watched part 1, you will remember that we created a students folder inside resources views folder and added 3 views in it. Can you answer in the comments why we did that? Now, if you look at our blade files, you will notice they only have the main content. Index page has the student table, create page has the form to add a student, and edit page has the form to update student. But in a real world project, every page should also have common elements like a header, a navigation bar, a footer. What we can do is we can write header, navigation bar, and footer code in one page and copy paste in all the pages. But imagine tomorrow we need to change the header text or add a new menu link in the navigation bar. Then we have to open every single file and edit them one by one. That's a very repetitive task, messy, and it's not professional. And this is exactly why Laravel gives us blade templates. So what is a blade template? Blade is a template engine that Laravel uses for views. Now many of you have a question, what is a template engine? So template engine is a tool that helps us to build web pages by combining two things, static content and dynamic content. Static content is your HTML, CSS code, and dynamic content means the data that changes like name, phone number, class, etc. Instead of mixing everything together, a template engine gives us shortcuts and clean syntax to write static content and dynamic content in an organized way. For example, here, if we want to print the student name using normal PHP, we write the code like this. And using Blade, we write the code like this. So you can see that using Blade, it is simple and much cleaner. All blade files ends with .blade.php. You can see we have 3 blade files create, edit and index, and all these are ending with .blade.php. All blade files are lives in resources views folder. Blade allow us to create layouts. In Laravel, layouts are like master templates that define the common structure of our web pages like header, footer, etc. Instead of writing the same header, footer code again and again for every page, we create one layout file and extend it in other views. For example, think of a school letterhead. Every certificate, either it's a fee receipt, mark sheet, or a TC, has the same header and footer, but the middle content changes. That's exactly what layouts do. Let's see with an example. These all are my child views. Now what I want is, I want in every child view header and footer. So instead of writing header and footer in every page, what I will do is, I will create a master template which contains header and footer, and I will extend it in the all the child views. So for that purpose, first I need to create a master template. So I will create a folder inside views by name, layouts, and inside layouts I will create a file app.blade.php. I will copy this HTML code inside this app.blade.php. Now, if we want to extend this master template inside the child views, we need some directives. So what is actually a directive? Directives are special commands that always start with the at symbol. They tell Blade how to handle layouts, loops, and condition in your views. Instead of writing raw PHP, we can use these clean and simple directives. So why we need directives? Directives make our Blade files look neat, easy to read, and reduce repetitive code. They are like shortcuts that save time and keep our templates organized. Now, as we know what directives are, let's see some of the important directives in Laravel. The first one is extends. The extends directive is always written at the top of a child view. It is used to tell Laravel which layout file the current view should inherit. For example, this is our layout file and this is our child view. So at the top of the child view, we write extends. This means our child view is using the app.blade.php layout from the layouts folder. So whatever structure we have inside app.blade.php, such as HTML, head or body, will automatically be applied to this view. This helps us avoid repeating the same code for every page. The second one is yield. The yield directive is written inside the layout file. It works as a placeholder that tells Laravel where to insert content from child views. For example, here we created two placeholders, one for title and one for content. Any child view that extends this layout must provide values for these placeholders. The next one is section and end section. The section directive is used in the child view to define content for the placeholders created with the yield. We always close it with the end section. For example, Here we have passed students list for the title placeholder and, and this content which is between section and end section for the content placeholder. If we are writing one line, we write section like this. Laravel will take this content and insert it inside the layout at the correct positions. So let's see how they work together. Extends connects a child view to a layout. Yield is written in the layout as placeholders. Section is written in the child view to provide content. End section closes the section. This system allows us to write the structure only once in a layout file and reuse it across multiple views by just filling in different sections. It makes development faster, cleaner, and much easier to maintain. Let's see this. Let's save the file, then come to the browser and refresh this page. Here you will see header and footer. Header and footer we are getting from layout file, and this content student list and table we are getting from the child view. Here you can see in the title bar also we are getting the content. So like this we use extends, yield, section and end section in our layout. Now let's see about the include directive in Laravel Blade. This is one of the easiest but most powerful features in Blade templates. The include directive is used when you want to reuse a small piece of HTML or Blade code in multiple places. Think about your website navigation bar. Instead of writing the same code again and again, you can create a separate file and include it anywhere. What I will do is I will create one file in the layouts folder, give a name nav.blade.php. What I will do is I will copy paste the links. So this I will copy and paste in my nav.blade.php file. Now inside my main template, I can simply write at include and the file name which is present in the layouts folder. So layouts.nav is my file name. So what I am doing is I am including navigation file inside my main template. So what will happen is it will bring the content of this nav file. So after saving, go to the browser and click on refresh. You will see the links. Here home add student is my links which we are getting from the nav.blade.php. So this so the include directive is all about reusing components and keeping your code clean. Now let's see about the loops in Blade. We use loops whenever we need to show multiple items. The most common loop is for each loop. We use it when we have an array or collection. For example, in our index.blade.php, so this is the for each loop. This will loop through all the students and print their values. Now let's see about the conditions. We use conditions to decide what to show based on data. For example, if there is no student exist in our database table, show no students found in our browser. If any students exist, then show how many students are there. So we are using if else loop. I will copy this one and in our index.blade.php, I will paste this code. What it is doing is if students is empty, print this value no students found, please add one. If there are students in our database, then print the number of students present in our database. Save this file come to the browser, refresh this page, and you will see total students is 1 as of now. So here only one student is there, so it is showing total students 1. So like this, we can use directives in Blade template. If you found this video helpful to you, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, please write it in the comments. I will answer them. Thanks for watching.